Now, before I start talking about the scanner, I just want to let you guys know what this little device is you may see in my hand throughout this video. This is a controller for a teleprompter, which I'm using at the moment. I don't normally use a teleprompter. I can remember most things I want to talk about, but with this video, there's a few things I want to make sure I don't forget to talk about. So that's why I'm using a teleprompter, and that's what this is for. It's a controller. And I'm just checking the audio levels are okay on the S1 Mark II because I can't see the screen now because the teleprompter is covering the screen. So that's what this little device is you'll see in my hand throughout the video. Now, obviously, you've clicked on this video because you want to find out what this scanner is that I purchased from Japan, and I brought it back with me a few months ago now. So I haven't unboxed it. It's all still sealed. And I just want to do a quick video on why, how, and what's in the box. And then there'll be a second video on setting the scanner up and if there's anything I need to purchase extra to get the scanner working here in New Zealand. Now, this is the GT-X980. This is a flatbed film scanner. It is an Epson V850 everywhere else in the world. In Japan, it's called the GT-X980. According to the news online, the V850 is discontinued. But in Japan, this one is still available. I was in there a few weeks ago, and in Yodobashi Camera, Bit Camera, and a few of the other electronic stores, they actually had stock of this, which is quite unusual because I tried to buy this a year ago and it was out of stock everywhere, but they still have stock. And I did ask one of the sales assistants, is this discontinued, with a translating app? And he went, nope, not discontinued. As far as he knows, it's not discontinued. So you can still purchase this scanner in Japan. And it's a lot cheaper in Japan, especially with me buying it here in New Zealand. This scanner can range anywhere between 1,900 New Zealand dollars to 2,500 New Zealand dollars here in New Zealand, if it's in stock. I'll put a conversion up on the screen somewhere in US dollars. I don't want to pay $2,000 to $2,500 for a flatbed film scanner. So that's why I started to look around, and I found out this scanner is exactly the same scanner, but it's a Japanese version. There may be something I need to change or purchase extra to get this to work in New Zealand. I'm not 100% sure. So I will find that out when I unbox it, because I haven't unboxed this yet. Now, this is how I collected it from the store when I bought it. I'll put a link to the store down below, because I can't actually remember the name and I haven't put it on the notes, so I've forgotten one thing already. I'll put a link to the store that I purchased this from in Shinjuku or Shibuya. I can't remember, it's one of those two places. But anyway, I'll put it down below in the description, or it'll pop up on the screen. Now, the price of the scanner was 76,000 yen. And always make sure you carry a passport in Japan, because you get the tax off at the stores. I think that changes next year. So I got the tax off of this, plus I got an extra 5% off using an American Express card. Now, American Express, or MX card, is probably the best card to use in Japan because you get almost exactly the same as exchange rate. Other cards I've used in New Zealand, it's been way too much of a difference, so I don't use it anymore. So American Express is a really good card to use, and I got an extra 5% off. So in total, this cost me 67,000 yen. At the time of purchasing, that is 732 New Zealand dollars, or 424 US dollars, which is an absolute bargain for a scanner like this. The size of the box will pop up on the screen now, and the weight of the scanner in the box is 9.8 kilos. Now, you have to be careful because that's almost half your weight allowance for most people. I'm an Air New Zealand member, a Kura Club member, and I get an extra 23 kilo bag basically, and so does Amy. So we're fine with that because we bring back stuff, and I bought this back as my extra allowance. So this scanner would not fit in any of the roller bags we took to Japan, so I had to go and buy a new roller bag. And obviously I went to Don Quixote. I always call it Don Don Donkey because that's what it's called in Taiwan, but it's actually Don Quixote. Everybody goes there to buy an extra bag because everybody needs an extra bag to come back. So I bought a roller bag for this, and I'll put the information up on the screen now of that roller bag and the size of it, because this fits in there perfectly with a little bit of room outside to put your clothes around it to protect it even more. Now, the roller case was 15,990 yen. Now, after tax back, because I took my passport, it's 14,400 yen, which is about 162 New Zealand dollars or 92 US dollars. I've not added that into the cost of buying this because it's an extra roller case that we can use to travel with. And they're really good quality for the price. Everybody buys them, basically, that travels to Japan. A couple of reasons on why I purchased this scanner. Number one is to scan film, obviously. I like the process of using a flatbed scanner to scan film. Just the whole process of doing it. Using your mirrorless or DSLR camera with a macro lens can give you better results. If you want to see a video on that, check out my video on converting your film negatives to a digital file. It's had over 1 million views. I think it's the #1 watched video on YouTube on converting negatives to a digital file. It'll pop up here, I think, or pop up there. Pop up there, I think. It pops up here. Yes, it pops up here. Or is it there? I can never remember, but it pops up somewhere on the screen. So you can check that video out, and it'll be down below in the description. The second reason I bought a flatbed scanner is I need to scan some of the magazines that I worked for over the last 17 years, basically. A lot of my images have been used in articles and for front covers worldwide, and I have a lot of hard copy magazines, and I need to convert them to a digital file to put them on my website and just to keep them, because I did have a few of the magazines get damaged a couple of years ago in a bad storm we had in Auckland, and it's a real shame because they're just completely trashed in the box. So I want to try and protect as many of them as I can so they can go up on my website and I can archive them, basically. So that's the other reason why I bought this scanner, not just to scan negatives, but it's also to archive some of the magazines I've worked for over the years and the articles and the front covers that I've had worldwide. It will concern some people buying an electronic item from overseas because of the warranty. This only has a Japanese warranty, it's not a worldwide warranty, because obviously this is not available anywhere outside of Japan. The warranty doesn't bother me because I fly to Japan 3 or 4 times a year for work anyway, so I can just take this back with me and get it sorted while I'm out there. If I buy a second-hand scanner for about 1,500 New Zealand dollars, I'm still not going to have any warranty with it. So I'd rather buy a brand new scanner for what this cost me and then worry about the warranty later on if I need to take it back. Having a brand new scanner and using it is better than buying a second-hand scanner because you don't know how much it's been used or what's wrong with it. Now, I haven't opened the box, obviously, as you can see, and they didn't have an open box there. They only had a demo scanner. Now, I did check with the staff, does it come with the negative holders, the film negative holders? I used the translation app and they gave me a thumbs up, so I guess that means yes, and I'm hoping they're in there. The one thing that does worry me about the scanner is Japan is 100 volts, and in New Zealand, I'm 220 to 240 volts. So I may have to buy a new power unit for the scanner before I can use it. So I'm just going to cut these straps off first. So I'm going to put this down on a stool down here and then put the stuff up on the table. The box is down there, and let's take out what's in the box, because like I said, I haven't seen anything in this box yet. Okay, we've got a load of software here. Obviously, the information pack's going to be in Japanese, so it's going to be no good to me. Let me just, let me stop that. There you go, right. Okay, so obviously everything's in Japanese. Now I can use a translation software on my phone if I need to read it, but I have actually owned a V800 before, so it's going to be relatively the same. We got I1 scanner. I have no idea what that is. I don't know what that is. Creates a custom scanner oh, so you can actually create a custom scanner profile with this software, which is quite cool. Oh, there you go. That must be for that eye scanner. I've never seen this before. Well, that's cool. I like that. And oh wow, there's actually one to go in the scanner to set up a custom profile. Now that doesn't come with the V850. I've never seen this with any Epson film scanner, and I know this doesn't come with the V850, so that's a nice feature. And here, don't need that bag. I've got the GT-X980. That is the drivers and everything else. There is a software disk. Luckily, I still have my Apple Blu-ray driver or whatever it is, or DVD driver, so I can use that. So yeah, so there you go. This scanner does not support ICC Profile version 4. Select version 2 with the Epson scanner. There you go. There is a power cable, which is, I'll show you that there. That's a figure of 8 power cable, so you can buy these anywhere. Obviously, this is a Japanese one. I can't use this in New Zealand. Oh, give it a bag. Right, so there you go. So that's a Japanese one. Now, I can't use this in New Zealand because ours are bent inwards like that. So I just buy a new one of them. That's no problem. This is the power unit for the scanner. Now, I was worried that I may have to buy a new one of these because obviously Japan is 100 volts and in New Zealand I'm 220 to 240 volts. But reading on the back, this does 100 to 240 volts. So this will work fine in New Zealand or anywhere in the world, which is nice. So if you do want to buy one of these scanners and take it back for you, this power unit will work anywhere in the world. You just have to replace the figure of 8 cable for your country, which you can buy anywhere. They're like a couple of dollars in New Zealand. Put that out of the way. What else we got in here? So here I've got, they are in there. Yes. So there they are. That is the negative holders. So let's get a knife and uncut this a minute. Let me just, what's that? So there, there, and there. Right, so you've got 35mm. You've got 120. I think these are like nearly $180 on their own in New Zealand, just these plates. You've got, for slides. Yes, slides. And then you've also got your large format there. And there. So there you go. So it comes with all the negative holder plates, and it comes with this bridging arm, which I'm not sure what that's for. But it's for something, I guess. So is that all that's in the box? That looks like it's all in the box. Now, before I take that out, so just to go over everything, you get software. You get the power unit, which will work in any country because it's from 100 volts to 240 volts. So you can use this anywhere in the world, which is going to save you some money. And yes, it does come with all of the negative holders that you get with the V850. So there's the top part for the scanner for when you're just using it as a flatbed scanner. You've got a USB cable, which is actually quite a nice cable, that. And obviously you've got the scanner. Obviously you can see that that is an identical scanner to the V850 because it is a V850. It just has a different name, which is the, I've forgotten again now, the GT-X980. I'm not going to unpackage the scanner. Now I'm going to leave that for part 2 because that'll be setting up the scanner and what I need to get the scanner working in New Zealand. Now, just to go over the price again, this was 76,000 yen. I used my American Express card. I got an extra 5% off. Some stores will give you an extra percentage off if you use a credit card. American Express give you the closest to exchange rate of any card I've ever used. And with the discount and the tax back, which you can still do in Japan up till the end of 2026, I think it is, the stores will do the tax back. After 2026, I think you've got to go to the airport and get tax back. They do take tax off. It dropped from 76,000 yen to 67,000 yen, which works out to about 732 New Zealand dollars or 424 US dollars for a brand new film scanner from Japan, which I think is an absolute bargain. Now in part 2, I will talk about setting the scanner up. Obviously I don't need a power unit now, which is what I was mainly worried about because this power unit does 100 volts to 240 volts. So it'll work anywhere in the world. You just have to buy a new figure of 8 cable for your country. Yeah, $2 to $3, basically anywhere. What software I need to get this working. And I'll also talk about this, which I've never seen before, which is this color profile system, which is this little scannable color chart, which I'm really curious to see what this actually does because I've never seen this. I know the V850 doesn't come with this. And I'm not sure what software is on this disc. Luckily, like I said earlier, I still have a DVD drive or Blu-ray drive, whatever it is, the Apple one for my computers, because obviously you can't operate this on new Macs or any Apple computer basically. They don't have drives anymore, CD drives or DVD drives. So that's going to be really curious. So that's it for this video. So absolute bargain. I'm really happy with this. It's been sat there for months in that box. I haven't got around to it. So part 2 will come in a few weeks when I get this up and running and I get some film through the scanner and show you what you need to get this working. But it is a bargain. If you are flying to Japan, I 100% recommend buying this because, like I said, the V850 is discontinued worldwide. The GT-X980 film scanner, which is a V850, just with a different name, is still available in Japan. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope I got everything right and I didn't mumble too much because I was trying to remember everything. Teleprompter, terrible idea, but it did give me some notes. I don't like using a teleprompter. Look out for part 2 on this scanner, which will be coming soon. And also next week there will be a video on the printer I've just purchased, which is a Canon A2 printer, the Pro 1100. I need that because I've got to print 12 prints for a client, and I will talk about the printer, why I bought it and everything else. So that's it for this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it, and as always, thank you so much for watching.